I have business with you, my dear, good, fat, balding orange man. Oh, you didn't disappear. I just misplaced you. This short, balding man's orange tunic and rather sizable grut. And welcome back to episode 26 of Neverwinter Nights, but it's just, good. Oh, I'm gonna get some shit for that. Some people love Neverwinter Nights. I do not. I tried loving it. It's a hard laugh. Anyway, this is Planescape, Torment. So we have got ourselves our best girl, Anna. Wow. Oof. Ow. Ouch. Our best girl, fall from grace, last episode, and we have her, and she's stretching, and everything is perfect. In today's episode, I am going to, for certain, go to the Civic Festival, as like every single girl in this establishment wants me to go there, and I have like a billion quests, to which... Oh, see, now I have quests. Yeah. Okay, well, it was broken last episode, and I'm not sure why. I have some suspicions, actually, but I'm still not quite sure. Oh, there's earrings. Usable only by females. Okay. Yeah, missed that one last time. So, yeah, I have just finished editing the episode today, the previous one, and
Grace, you have any sisters?
Oh. Well, hello. I guess we have a banter. And I have not seen a banter with like, okay, well, let's just do it.
Thousands.
Ooh. So we're gonna learn about the parentage of who Fall from Grace is the daughter of, which is a very interesting story. And I wanna see if that's what it is.
Give me a moment to be delirious with joy.
Well, yeah, of course. Fall from Grace is a succubus. Pam, I don't know if we had a card for succubus before. Maybe we did. So there it is. But then let's go back to this. Oh, that's it. Yep. That's the dialogue. That's the... Well, okay. Anyway, the episode is going live in like 45 minutes because it's Saturday. And I'm going to miss the premiere because I'm recording the next one. Which is fine. But I had some ideas of what to do. And now that I have Fall from Grace, I want to talk to Ives, the tail chaser, and see if maybe Fall from Grace has a story. Yes, I have. Ask one of your companions, Fall from Grace, do you have a story to trade? Grace turned to Ives. I have no story that I wish to share with you today, tail chaser. I cannot let you exhaust my library before I can find more stories. Well, shit. Too bad. Too bad. Okay, I don't think there's anything... Well, actually, remember that one time in episode 24 where I just like kind of crashed because I went down there and I crashed. I want to go down there now that I have Fall from Grace. The con, what are you doing, the con? The con is again defeated by the geometry of the game. Let me just go down there, hope for not crash, and see if maybe Fall from Grace has anything to say about why is there a secret basement in their establishment? Brother. Stop saying the letter R, fall damage. Brothel cellar.
Right.
There, let's go in. It's taken. The beauty of this not safe for work statue. I cannot click on it to see if there's any comment. I cannot even get there. That's fine. I can, first of all, let's just take a little stroll around. Those are all the Sensate style crystals where experiences would be saved. As far as I remember, it's really been years since I've played this game. Oh, there's actually Caretaker. Hey. Hey, guy. Greetings, sir. The man turns to Fall from Grace. And greetings, Mistress Grace. Rest assured I'll keep the lady's sensory stones in order while you're away. The man turns back to you. If you'll excuse me, I have several things to tend to. Farewell, sir. Also, there are the girls' stone. The girls keep their sensations here. Are they labeled? They're not. Well, let's just do something with them. How about that? This clear stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with brilliant inner lights. Inscribed into its base is the word Ives. I was reflecting about Ives actually before I started recording. I was rewatching all the tales, rehearing myself speaking out all of the tales, and a lot of them are very relevant to my story in many very obscure and symbolic ways. And I didn't really appreciate them as fully as I was listening to them the first time. But this is why I love making the series. This is like the best part about it. If I go back and edit the episode, there's so much more that I can get from it. So anyway, let's get something from this stone. Ives. Oh, and there's... Oh, I cannot actually read it. Wait. Clear stone... Silver. Okay, let's see. Maybe there's some clue in the stones. Amber. Pulses with soft yellow light. Kimaxi. I like Kimaxi. I would be... If I were a visitor to this brothel, I would definitely hang out with Kimaxi. Seems like... This reddish-orange stone held in a mesh. Warm orange light. Dolora. There's nothing. Hey, what are you taking care of? This transparent bluish-white stone held in a mesh of was with soft blue light. Kasai, Ceres. I realized I said Kensai last time, a couple of times actually. Kensai is a subclass in Baldur's Gate, and I guess I've just taken it for granted that this is Kensai, not Kasai. I mean, what kind of name is Kasai? Violet stone. Deep purple light. Deep purple, there we go. Bam! Deep purple. It's a great band. It's probably not what this is referencing, but there it is. Inscribed into its base was Marissa, that's the Gorgon. I have realized that I have never spelled it out, or Medusa, I guess. She's a Medusa from Greek mythology. I was thinking about it when I was talking to her, and I never said it out loud, outside of my head. This bluish-purple stone held in the mesh of soft lavender light. Vivian, that's the smelly lady. That's the smelly lady, if you know what I mean. How about you? This translucent green stone held in the mesh of engraved silver bands. Bright green light. Echo. Okay, well I was hoping to find Echo's stone and maybe it's gonna give me something more. But I guess you can just dance around it in a tribal manner, which is fine. So this is gonna be Nenny, and this is gonna be Juliette, right? Nenny is red. Yeah, Nenny. Brilliant red. Fiery crimson light. Nenny. And this one might not be... Oh yeah, this is Juliette. Yeah. Deep blue. Deep Blue. Great song. Anyway, by Angra. This grayish white silver. Oh, wait, what? This grayish white stone held in the pulses of light. Something was once inscribed to its base, but the writing has been sourced away. Oh, I've got something to say about this. Can I please just get rid of this sell a companion into slavery quest? I found a hidden chamber beneath the brothel that contained a number of glowing stones. 10, in fact. One of them was blank. Something had once been inscribed upon the base, but it has been scoured away. Oh, scoured away. I read sourced. Yep. The derp face is coming back. Probably. Well, that's not that severe. Right. Oh, so, can I now talk to Fall from Grace about this stone? She actually has a million things to talk about, which I probably should spend some time on. Can you tell me about the Tanari? How did you come by the name Fall from Grace? Can you tell me what you know about the Sensates? Can you teach me anything of the art? That's interesting. Talk about our companions. Do you ever use... Oh, yeah, there's like... Yeah. Let's just do all of that. Can you tell me something about the Tanari? The Tanari are fiends. Some call them demons. Some, due to, real-life religious associations, have decided to not use that name because it's offensive, and that's why the Tanari is a thing that exists, but it is demons. They have embraced evil for chaos' sake. They dwell upon the poisoned plains of the abyss, where they feed on their own rage and lash out across the multiverse, despoiling all they touch. They forever seek to tempt others into committing crimes of passion and vice. And are you a Tanari? That is correct. I am a lesser Tanari, more specifically a succubus. Yep, again, we've already had a card this episode. She gives a soft sigh. I'm afraid I'm a little too common in the lower planes, and elsewhere for our own good. Most of my race spend their time seducing mortals with various pleasures of the flesh. And you? I'd like to think that I have distanced myself from that. It is ultimately a trivial or non-productive way for one to spend one's time here in the multiverse. I think this is literally the same thing that I was talking about. Okay. How did you come by the name Fall from Grace? I don't think I've asked that. The meaning of names is a complicated subject. We know that. There's much to be said, and a great deal that is better left unsaid. Is Fall from Grace your real name? Perhaps. She smiles slightly. Perhaps not. There are names which are given, and names which are earned. Who is to say which is the real one? I think the name which is given carries a greater weight. Oh, wait. Earned. Yeah, I think that's true. That may be so. Why do you think that? Because a name that is earned is not arbitrary. A name that is earned tells of something you've accomplished. Grace nods. Your point is well taken. So why are you called Fall from Grace? That's... Would it matter? She smiles. It is an earned name. It matters to... I would have let it go, but I don't have a opportunity to let it go. So I guess I just have to stick with it, which, yeah, I would have been satisfied with learning that it's an earned name. It matters to me. I would like to know how you came to be called that. I have fallen from my people. Some people say risen from my people, perhaps, but fall feels more right to me. She looks at you questioningly. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. After all, fall carries with it an underlying sense of loss. Hey, hence, welcome to my YouTube channel. You can call me Fall. Fall from Grace is silent for a moment, then nods thoughtfully. Yes, perhaps that is why it felt as it did. I came to terms with the loss long ago, but the name has remained. Are you sure you have come to terms with it? 1000 XP. Falls from Grace meets your gaze, and you are once again struck by the brilliant shade of blue in her eyes. It is turbulent, like the ocean before a storm. I had thought so, yet in speaking to you, you have caused me to realize some things. She smiles. You have my thanks. Well, if you want to talk about it, let me know, alright? She nods. You are most kind. I will do so. Well, very well then. Can I ask you some other questions? Can you teach me anything of the art? Fall from Grace shakes her head slightly. No, I do not believe so. The art and the disciplines I practice are different. How do you mean? My powers, as you see them, stem from my faith, not from manipulating energies as the art does. The art is a mechanism by which the power of the multiverse may be harnessed, through gestures, rituals, and devices. My powers come to me through a different means. My faith and the nature of my belief allows some of the multiverse to reveal itself to me, and it's not available for the Nameless one because the funding of the game ran out. I didn't finish it. So that's why it's not there. There's a mod, I know, to unlock the cleric class, but apparently it's... some people just say it's like, heresy to have it. The nature of your belief, what do you believe in? I believe in experience. I believe a person may be changed for the better. The more of the multiverse they are allowed to perceive, and the more of the multiverse is allowed to perceive them. My belief is the nature of experience allows me to... She pauses for a moment, thinking. I suppose the best explanation is my faith allows me to see things differently. When you see the multiverse in such a way, you learn how to change things, mending wounds, seeing a person's heart, and so on, just by willing them to happen. This is a very interesting point of view, through experience, through being exposed to new concepts and ideas, becoming a better person. It's a very good ideology, just in real life, so great. I guess I have a but, however, but those changes you make seem a lot like spells. You have spell slots and stuff. How do you learn to do those things? Do you have a spell book? No. You literally have a spellbook, Fall from Grace. No, my spells, as you call them, they come to me after I have rested and recentered myself. When I sleep and awaken, I can focus myself once more. That sounds a lot like spell slots. The amount of faith required to change the multiverse around me can be quite taxing on the psyche, I'm afraid. Just being able to see how to change things is not enough. You must have the strength to make the change happen and last. I see. Can I have some other questions? I wanted to talk about our actually, first, do you ever use weapons? No, there is seldom the need, and I find that I cannot bear the touch of cold iron, or even steel for long periods of time. In any event, I have a number of natural defenses that tends to discourage attackers. Such as? The kiss of a succubus is lethal to mortals, though they rarely realize the danger until their death is almost upon them. Fall from Grace sighs. I can resort to it when the need arises. I see. I had some other questions. Yes? Oh, what? Excuse me? Can I read your diary? How is that a question? I think we ask that generally. But can I read your diary? Man, I don't really want to do it, but then again, I do want to do it because it's an option, and I know that, experiencing the game to the fullest. She believes in experience. I want to experience. Can I read your diary? No. I don't know what I expected. I don't want to do that. Very well. Actually, I had some other questions instead. I want to talk about our companions. Who in particular did you wish to discuss? Mort. Mort is most peculiar. I have seen a great deal in my life, but nothing quite like him. He behaves somewhat like a mimir. Granted, there is no denying he is knowledgeable. Do I have a mimir card? I think I have. Ba-bam. Ba-bam. Mimir. Granted, there's no denying he is knowledgeable, but he has a certain... She sniffs the air and wrinkles her nose. Batorian smell about him. Ooh. Shade! Shade! Batorian smell! Yes, but he's not a Batazu. At least, of any variety I have encountered. The smell alone, however, makes me treat the skull with caution. Yeah, Folsom Grace has a history with Batter, which she might be revealing maybe in a moment. What do you mean when you say Batazu and Batorian? I think I know what you mean. My apologies. You idiot. Batter is one of the outer planes, the home of a race of fiend called the Batazu. They are evil creatures, yet they are organized and lawful in many of their behaviors. Some might call them devils, if their religion is not opposing them to use the term, in real life. Your business. They believe in contracts and hierarchy. In many ways, they are like evil bureaucrats. Okay. Well, I know that. I know Batter. Ba-bam. Batazu. Ba-bam. Some kind of Batazu right there. What were you saying about the Mimir before? Mimirs are encyclopedias of knowledge. The owners may ask them questions, and if they possess the knowledge, they will inform the users of what it knows. And Mort is a Mimir? I don't believe so. Mort lacks the silvery metal that Mimirs customarily have, and he seems to have an attitude of his own. Such qualities are not present in conventional Mimirs. Grace shrugs slightly. He may be one, but he's unlike I've any other encountered. I don't believe Mort is a Mimir either. Perhaps there is some test to verify his authenticity, but I would not do one if you value him as a friend. If you do, then you must accept what he has told you. Yeah, if it identifies as a mirror, I have to accept that. I have some other questions. I don't think I have. Actually, about our travels. Oh, that's the questions about the travels. Never mind, let's move on. Okay, I think I'm done with that. Oh wait, have I? That's just the exit. There we go. Have I? Will I crash? I didn't crash. Perfect. I think it's time to go to the Civic Fest Hall. Eli Havelock is here on the way to the Civic Fest Hall, which is just right outside. It's right here. Should we talk to somebody? Actually, quests. Upper wards. Orange. Fat orange man. You know what? I've been walking around and I should have been keeping an eye out. Are you fat and orange? Maybe you're not fat. Fat. Fat balding man. Okay, so not you. Maybe not. Maybe he's in the Civic Fest Hall then. I don't see a fat orange man just in the street. She's trash talking me. Oh, and she's actually wants to talk to me. Yeah, you know what? Sure, if somebody wants to. The smell of alcohol. Wow, that wafts heavily from this young woman, and despite her dark skin, okay, yeah. I was thinking that this is gonna be really racist. Despite her dark skin, you can see that her face, beautiful but cruel looking, is flushed. She is slender but well-muscled, adorned in exotic jewelry and translucent silk clothing. Numerous scars crisscross her thighs and forearms. They look to be from battle wounds. Greetings. Well, well. What have we here? A little tiefling gutter queen, Oh, she knows Anna. A little tiefling gutter queen comes crawling out of the hive. The one pouts, talking as one would to a small child. Are you lost, little tiefling? Oh, look, it has a tail. How cute. Anna flushes, and with a snarl, blades sprout from her fists. No, Friendkin, don't do that. The woman seems unconcerned as Anna draws her weapons and clucks disapprovingly with her tongue. Careful now, or I will remove that tail of yours and feed it to my dogs. Young Fall from Grace is... Well, Fall from Grace is just here. Young Sarhala Fuel. Could it be you? The young woman appears confused for a moment, then recognizes Fall from Grace. She seems startled and abashed. Mistress Grace, I had not noticed you. Only shamefully do I admit this, for your noble appearance would be obvious to even a dullard. Obviously, you rank less than a dullard, girl. Oh. No, I'm gonna continue. Let Grace speak. Fall from Grace gives the barest of nods. Your words are most skillfully chosen, unlike those heard so recently. She seems shamed. Yes, mistress, I regret that such words were spoken in your presence. I regret they were spoken at all. Her tone barely changes, but the subtle reprimand seems to crack the young woman's face like a whip. It pains me to see an old student of mine behaving so. She frowns, then regains her composure. In any event, mistress, what brings you out of the establishment? Some errand? These are my companions, and I am traveling with. I would expect the same courtesy given to them as you have given to me. Such is a hallmark, and the responsibility of those noble-born. Anna glares at Grace and Sarva furiously. Sarva bows low. Then allow me to excuse myself with an apology, Mistress Grace, to you and your companions. My words were ill-chosen. 'Tis the drink that caused me to speak such rubbish, and I am filled with shame for having belittled myself so before my teacher of old. She bows, turns, and leaves. There we go. And there is Toady. Hey, Toady. Is Toady just... The young nobleman nods politely in greetings but refuses to engage you in a conversation. Is Toady a word that is used outside of the Gummybear universe? Because that's what I thought, but that's the only time I've experienced it. And you know, if it's a derpy sidekick, then it's, yeah. academic hand on Toady, right here, I guess.
So, could it be true? Could the Gummybears be so aware as to secretly smuggle an expression right under my very large and senseless nose? It might just be. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines toady as a person who praises and is artificially pleasant to people in authority, usually in order to get some advantage from them. An examples given are, everywhere he goes he is surrounded by an entourage of toadies, and Shostakovich was often seen as a political toady to Stalin, and there are more examples following in the same suit. However, I find it is always a good practice to source your definitions from multiple sources to ensure the maximum objectivity. Equally important online resource, Urban Dictionary, defines toady as another word for describing horny. An example given here is, dude, Clinton's so toady, he just wants to get all over her. Which honestly does not seem like a bad match for these two here either. In short then, yes, it's a thing. Hat off.
We have humbled the drunken noble lady, which is always a win. Did I change my alignment to chaotic because of it? No. Dang it. I don't know if I want to be chaotic actually, but let's go. Well, should we talk to this guy also? Because he's just like at the entrance and he's a named one. And he's a mage. Maybe he knows about the purple fat man. Orange fat man. This tall, thin man, dressed in heavy crimson robes, has sharp, pinched features. He bows regularly as you approach him. I am Salabesh, oft called Salabesh the Onyx, future mate tutor for the Civic Festival. You have business with me, I take it?
No, just some questions.
About what, Not the word and the like, I hope. Plenty of more common folk could answer such questions, and I'd just as soon direct you to one of them.
What do you mean by future mage tutor of the festival?
It is a prestigious position to be an official tutor in one of the festival's training chambers. It's my intention to one day take the position of mage's tutor, but the title is currently in the possession of Lady Thorncombe. If only I could somehow prove that I'd be a superior tutor.
I had another question.
I am not surprised.
Why are you called the Onyx?
A long tale which I'll shorten to save my breath. In my youth I was once called Salabesh the Golden, for I was said to have a heart of gold, small, hard, and yellow. Well, I cursed the fool who started that, so that he could only speak from his arse and defecate through his mouth, the Onyx appellation, along the same lines as the Golden, though admittedly somewhat less clever, soon followed. In any case, I'm a much kinder fellow now, far less prone to laying curses and the like. I'm not certain if I deserve the name any longer.
You curse him to do what?
Oh yes, you heard right. Salabesh sighs happily and chuckles to himself. That sort of thing is why I'm known as the Master of Curses, you know.
I had another question. Do you know a cursed man called Reekwind?
Reek? Salabesh eyebrows suddenly dart up. Oh yes, Jumble Murder Sense. Murder Sense? Curse that man, if I recall correctly. Why? Seeking to get his curse undone? Good luck. Only Jumble can do that, you know.
Where would I find Murder Sense?
Within the Civic Festival, I suppose. A short, portly fellow with a leering smile. Never speaks, so you will be hard-pressed to get anything out of him.
Okay, that's all I wish to know.
Okay, so we know that he is indeed in the Civic Festival, and we probably use this guy as some kind of proxy. The cursor, Splinter. Oh, music. And Jolmy. Jolmy. I recognize that name. Who's Jolmy? Oh, there was a Jolmy's... Was there Jolmy's... Okay, I want to talk to Jolmy. This stern... Yeah, the Jolmy's messenger. This stern-looking older woman seems to be looking for someone. Her eyes fix upon your face as you approach her. You there? Might I have a word with you?
Yes, you're Jolmy, correct? I spoke to your messenger.
I am pleased to meet you then. She gives a slight bow. I would make you a somewhat unusual proposal, though you must admit you are an unusual man. I will give you 1,000 copper commons for your permission to kill you. Are you open to discussion of the matter?
But why?
Jolmy doesn't bat an eyelash.
But why not?
I thought it might be an interesting experience paying someone for the privilege of murdering them. When I first heard rumors of your existence, how could I resist? So, what is your answer? Shall we discuss the matter in greater detail?
Yes, one moment. Where did you hear those rumors?
One hears all sorts of things in the fast hall. How can one not eventually hear of a man like you? Again I ask, will you consider my proposal?
Yes, let's work out the details.
After a short discussion, it comes down to the following terms. Jolmi will pay you 1,000 copper commons. In return, you will allow her to drive her dagger into your heart. She will wait for you to awaken, at which point she will give you the coin. Sure.
Let's do it.
The affair is over in a moment. She's already cleaned her blade and put it away by the time you have recovered. After picking yourself up off the festival floor, Jolmi hands you several rolls of copper coins while you rub your aching chest. Somewhat disappointing, I must admit. Oh well, coin well spent nonetheless. Farewell.
Yeah, farewell.
You want to do it again?
I don't trust the Gith.
No.
Say we leave him behind.
Anyway. What is this? There's nothing hidden behind the bars which adorn the face of this pillar. Well, I pause to take a drink, but I can see a bonking man. And I'm really interested in talking to the... Oh, Montag is someone I need to talk to. Hey! Bonker! It's clear that there's something very wrong with this man. The way he lurches about, bumping into things, staring off blankly into space as you approach him. You at last realize his plight. He's headless. The thing on his shoulder is merely a skillfully carved wooden prosthetic, a false head.
Greetings?
The headless body stops fumbling for a moment and pauses. Its hands begin to reach you, as if trying to feel exactly where you are. Let it touch you. After a moment, its finger brushes your forearm. It clutches your arm and follows it up to the shoulder, then your head. As it feels your face and head, its hand brushes your neck, as if it were checking for something. Finally, it grabs your hand and shakes it vigorously in greeting. You notice that its skin is cold and slightly clammy.
Can you understand me?
The figure makes a series of hand motions, then waits for a response. It seems like it's asking a question.
What? I don't understand.
The headless body taps its foot for a moment, scratching at the chin of its prosthetic head. Suddenly it raises finger as if struck by an idea. It points to you, then at the eyes of a wooden head, then at you again. Then it indicates its wooden head with both hands, shrugs and points at you.
No, I haven't seen your head anywhere.
The headless body shrugs, slumps a bit, and turns to amble off. Okay, we have to take a peek. What is this throne? Piece of artwork. Okay, very nice. Can you go behind the throne? Yeah, you can. Is there a portal here? Not that I can see. Oh, but there's something hidden. Here. It's a scroll of force missiles. I have that already as a spell. For me, but maybe... Sure. How about you? There we go. You got force missiles now, which you don't have. Wait, you cannot do level 4 spells yet? Wow. Well, as soon as you are able to, you will be able to. So that's great. Okay, there's no Montag. Where is Montag? I saw Montag. I don't remember who wanted Montag. Actually, let's get Spice at Juliet's La. Yeah, Montag is the guy who I'm supposed to be. I think I'm gonna be straight with Montag. Tell him that this is what's happening and he should just be better. Quisai. That's not Montag. Did you go in here, Montag? This is a very fashionable place, by the way. Yeah, Montag. There you go. Hey, Montag. This handsome young man seems lost in thought, his brow furrowed, and a slight frown upon his lips.
Greetings.
And to thee, sir, hail! What dost thou wish of me?
Are you Montag? I need to speak with you about Juliet.
Oh? He gives you a puzzled, slightly suspicious look. Oh, I cannot... Oh. Holy shit. That's not... I don't have any other option, so I guess I will just do that.
I demand her love, and I demand that you withdraw your false protestations of love before I mash you into tiny bits.
Thou love her so much that would fight me? No, I don't love her, but I'll fight for her. Wait, what? How does that make any sense? Yeah, I guess, that's actually interesting. Maybe I should do that. But you see, that is passion. Passion stems from love. Thou love her, and I could not deny her love such as thine. I know very well her beauty, her temperance, her virtue, and I know that she may inspire man to greatness. I shall, from this moment onward, hold no claim on her. Thou may do as thou wish. That was easy. Hold on a moment. This was all a ruse. A ruse? Of what sort?
She wanted to provoke you into fighting for her.
Oh, did she think my love so boundless that I would engage in fisticuffs with a brutally scarred man of thy stature? Perhaps she thinks my devotion to her a little high. So, what should be done about this ruse?
Turnabout is fair play.
I say, ignore the chit, act distant and unconcerned. That'll spice things up considerably. Truly? Trust me, kid. Start ignoring her, create some friction, leave them wondering, and they'll be clawing all over to discover what the matter is. Right, Chief? No.
No, that's a poor idea.
Alright. What then, sir?
Say that you are having an affair.
Such advice could be dangerous, but it will no doubt spur her to examine our relationship and fight to keep it. It shall be done. How shall it be committed?
I'll handle it. I'll say you find it with another woman.
Alright, then it shall be as you say. Sure. I get some XP again. Oh, and that's yeah. And farewell to thee as well, sir. Now I have some things to attend to. Shall we meet again? We might speak more of the matter. Montag bows and turns to go. That's just evolving into a worse situation by the second. Like, can I go to here? That's a big jumble. Oh, my Murder Sands. Hey, Murder Sands. I have business with you, my dear, good, fat, balding orange man. Oh, you didn't disappear. I just misplaced you. This short, balding man's orange tunic and rather sizable grut give him the look of a walking pumpkin. He is absent-mindedly patting his large paunch with a slow rhythm, as if it were a drum. The man's odd, crooked smile and the strange gleam in his eyes make him look a bit mad.
Greetings.
The man gives an exaggerated flourishing bow and presents a small card which reads only Jumble Murder Sands, Chaos Detect Sorcerer Extraordinaire. So he's a Chaos Man. So, what the hell is he doing in the Civic Festival then? He then snatches the card from your grasp and proceeds to eat it, grinning wildly all the while. Mort whispers, "Somewhere an asylum is one bar me short."
I got some questions, Jumble.
Jumble yawns and looks away, drumming on his belly with the palm of his hands.
Jumble, my questions?
Jumble rolls his eyes, he turns to you, smirks, and bites his thumb.
Fine, but I would like you to remove Requeen's curse.
Jumble pretends not to hear you, instead of belching loudly and resuming his belly drumming, his eyes wandering around the fest hall.
Is there anything I could do so that you remove Requeen's curse?
Jumble won't look at you, but shakes his head.
Bluff. Remove Requeen's curse, Jumble, before I'm forced to hurt you.
Jumble raises one eyebrow and takes a step back. He opens his mouth abruptly, and though his lips or throat don't move to shape any words that sound, a torrent of incomprehensible babbling begins to pour forth.
What the?
Jumble shuts his mouth and the babbling ceases. He peers at you through narrowed eyes, a self-satisfied smile on his pudgy face. Suddenly you hiccup, and hiccup, and hiccup, and hiccup again. Jumble Murdersons merely turns his head and waves you away. Uh-oh, looks like you just got a curse thrown down on you, Chief.
Jumble, what have you done to me?
Jumble ignores you entirely.
I'd better find someone who can help me with this curse. Farewell.
Okay, so now I have hiccups. Let's, I guess, go back to the Curse Master. I think I actually recall you ask him to curse Jumble Murder Sands, and you blackmail him, with that. So let's try that. I have some memory. You see Salabesh the Onyx. He makes a brief but graceful half-bow. Again you stand before me.
Yes, I have some questions. You're a master of curses. Perhaps you could help me.
Help you? Salabesh sneers, doubtful. Before you can respond, he sighs, shaking his head. Well, perhaps I could. What troubles you then?
Jumble Murders has cursed me.
Jumble Murder Sense. Ha! That sputtering mooncalf could never best me. Oh, the battles we used to have, though. Salabesh frowned. But I'm past all that now. No longer my sort of thing. You see, I really don't know what I could do for you after all. This is his curse. Not the sort you'd find on an item or some such, that you could remove with a simple magics. He'll have to remove it, and willingly.
Well, could you teach me a curse that I could use on him?
Well, I don't normally do that. I keep my curses to myself, And besides, even the single curse would take a long while to learn. More time than I care to spend on.
Perhaps you're just worried your curses aren't good enough to best him anymore.
You what? Of all of the ridiculous... Now look here. You knuckle-dragging sack of scars. Salabesh the Onyx is the master of curses, and there's no other. Why, I could give you but a single phrase that would render that nincompoop's cursing wholly impotent.
Teach it to me, then.
No, I've simply no desire to do it. Salabesh looks directly into your eyes. Now kindly drop the subject, Sirrah, before you begin to annoy me.
Perhaps you're worried.
Okay, purse your lips, look skeptical. That's it, you've made me do it! Salabesh utters a short string of incomprehensible syllables, words of power, which you note mentally for later use against Jumble. There, see what that does to him, and tell me Salabesh the Onyx isn't the master of curses then.
Thanks, Salabesh.
Let's go back and see if we can... I don't know who Splinter is. I don't know what race he would be. He looks funky. And I will talk to him in a moment. I've been recording for a long time. Man, this has been a very busy episode. I don't know if I'm gonna be back. Throw the curse, Salabesh. Thought at him. There we go. Jumble stares at you with a somewhat skeptical expression as you speak the arcane syllables of Salabesh's curse. After a moment of awkward silence, the Chaositics mage notes that nothing seems to have happened, and an evil grin spreads across his face. Continue. He opens his mouth to retaliate with another curse of his own, only to realize he has no voice. Salabesh's curse has removed Jumble's ability to speak, thereby destroying the Chaositics' ability to curse others. He clutches at his throat, panic welling up in his eyes.
Look like the turns have tabled, Jumble. What do you think will happen when anyone you've ever cursed finds out you can't speak or curse anymore?
Jumble drops to his knees, a pleading expression in his eyes. He looks ready to burst into tears.
Will you remove the curse you have placed on me and swear never to curse another who didn't mean you harm?
10,000 XP. Jumble places his hand over his heart and nods vigorously.
Very well, I'll remove the curse then.
Jumble sighs with relief as you remove Salabesh's curse from him. He in turn removes his own, and your hiccups finally stop, then bows humbly and casts his eyes in the floor.
I'd like you to take your curse of Requin as well.
Jumble nods, pouting, and with a wave of his hand removes Requin's curse.
Thanks. Farewell, Jumble.
Okay. Right. I don't know what that noise was, but I get there's so many rooms. I will talk to Splinter, and then I guess probably I will finish the episode, and I'll be back with you, with Requint, to see what happens. I'm gonna travel to him off camera. This towering man's golden skin sparkles slightly, almost as if it were metallic. Oh, is he gonna be a real Mani? Maybe he's gonna be a real Mani. I don't know. Whether it's his actual flesh or merely painted on, you cannot tell. He regards you coolly as you approach, giving you a respectful bow as you draw near. Welcome to the Civic Festival, traveler. We are Splinter, Dormant in the Festival and Priest King of Ur. How may we help you? Despite his humble offer of aid, his voice is powerful and commanding, a deep and rumbling sound that resonates through the chamber.
How can you help me?
We do many things in this fine hall, traveler. We answer questions guests might have regarding it, or its inhabitants. We direct both visitors and members of the Society of Sensation alike to the Sensorium or lecture halls. We also accept new members into the Society. Lastly, it is through us that purchases from the Society's vaults are made, spells, items, and such.
How could I buy something from the Sensei's vaults?
You must be a member of the Society of Sensations.
Oh. May I become a sensei then?
I do agree with the ideology of the senseis the most, and I always go for them, so I'm probably going to do that now. And I think it's best for mages. Anyway. In order to join the Society of Sensations, one must be willing and prepared to share their own experiences. 5 are required, 1 from each of the senses. Alternately, one may contribute a single experience that has strong elements from all 5 senses. There must be either new sensation or improved upon our current stock. Should we find them acceptable, they will be placed into sensory stones, and you, having become a sensate, would be taught the sensory touch. It will allow you to draw others' wounds onto yourself, healing them by accepting their suffering.
I'm ready. I want to become a sensate.
Oh god, why is the... Okay.
So actually, I'd like to contribute 1 experience that involves all 5 senses. I woke up, not knowing where I was, on a cold blood-slicked iron slab in the bowels of the mortuary, in a place where only the dustmen or the corpses in their care have seen.
Go on.
My entire body reeked of embalming fluid, but even the smell of that was not enough to match the coppery scent of gore around me. Dozens of bodies lie on countless bloody slabs like the one I rose from, all in the process of being gutted, flayed, and the like by nightmarish clockwork devices, for reasons unknown. The only sounds were the squeals of labored metal and an unsteady tread of undead workers as they pushed the slabs about the mortuary on rusted iron tracks.
He nods, a disturbing experience.
And I even left out the part about the chattering skull that flew at me as soon as I was upright. Will it suffice, Splinter?
Yes. We shall go to an empty stone now to record your experience. You will then be granted access to those privileges allowed only to members of the Society of Sensation, as well as taught of the sensory touch. Accompany and teach. 10,000 XP. You return to the Civic Festival foyer with Splinter. We welcome you to the Society of Sensation, traveler. May further journeys and experiences pave your road to the great truths of the multiverse.
Thanks, Splinter. My thanks, Splinter. Farewell.
Okay. Achievement unlocked, Society of Sensations. There we go. I think I'll finish it for today, because... Oh, not for today, for this episode at least. Because that's a good stopping point. I have joined the Sensates. I'm not that much closer to fixing all the Fall from Grace's problems, but I'm now a Sensate, and I'm proud of it. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next episode, and bye-bye. Fallout.